Spargos Brownie. I don't think they do.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, we are going to get into shout out to KGP, a staple in the scene. Glad I got on the stream. Glad I got the commentate from finally. But I do, if I'm being completely honest, do kind of wish it were for a victory. But we can talk about that at another time because we have a little bit of South Jersey action as Jukain and Noodle are going to be going up against each other. And Noodle has been making waves as Donkey Kong for quite some time. And Snacks, when you see the muscle that the ape can throw out, it's easy to see why.
As I always say, in the right hands, the character is godlike. The character is godlike. Let's see what Noodle could do. Before we started commentating, we're like, wait, what is Noodle doing here? Tell me your expressions on why is Noodle too good to be here?
I don't know. I mean, this is someone who has made it at the very least to South Jersey PR and has done very well in South Jersey. But yeah, this is exactly the skin I remember Noodle for. This is, yep, here we go.
Ooh.
You're going to get this peach of Jukain's. Going to be challenging for Noodle, I would imagine, just because you can move. It's the one of the few characters with which you can microspace. But also, the developers of this game just kind of decided to give Donkey Kong clouds up there. So it's going to be interesting to see how Noodle plays this out. And I will say, with all the experience that Noodle has, coming to the lab every now and then, I guarantee that Noodle and Blazing Pasta have played sets. So it's not like you have no Peach experience. Noodle and Jukain's going to have to throw something out that Noodle has not seen before. And we're going to get the cargo throw going up, interestingly enough.
He wanted to pay the DI for Jukain, but at the moment Jukain was already paying attention on how to respond. 128 on Noodle, still looking pretty good on Rage's side. Oof, that back, that spacing looking perfect against Jukain, and that nice grab to send him outside. Right now Noodle not losing control, pretty chill about it. Never mind, the crown made of titanium to take out that first stock from Noodle.
A divine mandate handed down to begin this set, this best of three clip, and yeah, you try to get cute like that, Noodle is going to respond with the back air. It is a very, very good move, Snacks, let's be honest.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I love it. That back air, it's like a truck. So you got to take advantage of what the game gives you to DK. And at the moment, 78%, not bad. You know, DK is a heavy character. He still survived a lot of interactions. DK needs to do a lot of work. And evade those tackle parries. And that upper almost hitting though for 78.
I do play against Donkey Kong main pretty often. I do not love that back air. So
we know.
Yeah, no, it's a little traumatizing if I'm being completely honest with you. But we all have our problem matchups. That's mine. But DK does present a very big target to hit with those turnips. You got to think, if you see a dot eye or a stitch face brought up, it could spell a little bit of trouble. But Noodle not paying any mind to that. Did I just see a taunt?
Yeah, I mean, he's surviving. He has control, and that's another good way to be in your opponent's head. You just taunt them. They're always going to be a bit more aggressive than usual. Tell me about it. I'm that guy. So that stock is going to be disappearing from Noodle, and Noodle putting this game even, although it's DK. Well, as well, Peach, the turnips and all. This is even.
I mean, you do hear that when you see people fighting Bowser. If you think you have a lead, no, you don't. You can very much say the same about DK, especially when you have those big, leaping hitboxes that DK can deploy. However, not the best character in disadvantage, and is being shown here. Noodle is getting tossed around and is not able to establish any sort of offensive measure. This is Noodle. Luckily, you're playing DK, so you can take these hits, right? But you got to think at some point, you got to win a neutral interaction. And if you're going to do that, you need to get more than 27%.
Well, to 164, that air that's going to be saving him one more time. We have to jump. Those turrets are not going to be interacting. Although we're a bit too close. Jukain could do But never mind. I thought that was going to be counted for the moment. Ooh, nice. Ooh, nice upper to get the turn and throwing it right back. Putting Jukain in a very uncomfortable situation. Although they're right back on stage. 188. This is looking like a rage mode.
Okay. No, not quite going to get that, but is... Oh, got him with the parasol, however. Looking for the grab, but is going to whiff. The back air at ledge is going to do it. Jukain had to know, and this is one of those things. Noodle was picking up a little bit of momentum at the end, was he not, Snacks?
I mean, you know, I was scared. I thought that downer was going to be hitting real quick to take that stock on Jukain. Jukain got, I'm not going to say lucky. He just had the opportunity at hand, right? So pretty nice work from Jukain taking that game number 1, but don't sleep on game number 2. Noodle is pissed. Noodle is pissed. So let's see how it goes for game number 2. Still best of 3. I mean, he was smiling at the end. Let me not be that guy. He was smiling at the end.
I mean, that was a pretty goofy set, and it said that pretty game, I should say. Pardon me, but no, you're again. It was a good game played by both, but yeah, Noodle. It really did kind of feel like. I mean, Vince Lombardi, the famous football coach, once said, "We didn't lose, we just ran out of time."
Right. And
that was just one of those things. It felt like Noodle just kind of ran out of real estate. I mean, if anything less than 200%, there's no guarantee that that Jukain survives that with a victory.
There needed to be a moment in that game number 1 where Noodle, you know, being that high on percentage, needed to respect everything that Jukain was throwing. But never mind about the last game. That down into upper is going to be taking Jukain first stock. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, and we are seeing now Noodle playing with a little bit of purpose. Nice. Going to utilize the Toad to take the first stock. Jukain playing especially well, and honestly negotiating what Noodle is bringing to the table surprisingly well. Even when Noodle had the idea to utilize those turnips back in order to get back to ledge. You know, I mean, very good item play from Noodle, all things considered, even if but a bit improvised. Did up and get off of ledge and very nearly helped him win that game number 1. But Jukain has been taking everything in stride, doing everything really well, just in terms of establishing the pace of the game. Really, you're not panicking, keeping a calm demeanor, and oh my goodness, I mean, there's only so far that a calm demeanor can take you, however. And as that stock number 2 show.
Oh my god, that was a beautiful stock. No, what are you doing?
No.
You saved him! Oh no, that's bad for Jukain at the moment. Saving Noodle one more time. Any extra percentage is a win on Noodle's side, but that grab is gonna send him outside. Let's see if this time we can get a kill. I love that dagger. Getting that turnip hit to prevent it from hitting. 39%, 206% on Noodle. Stu, he's not leaving that stock yet.
Not even close at 213. Oh my goodness, you just made him angrier. Jukain eventually going to take that stock. But man, oh man, we were getting into some dizzy heights, near sudden death percentage there, Snacks.
I beat him. Looking good for both players. Noodle wants to tie this game out. Nice grab from Jukain. Jukain put him right back outside the turnip in hand. I just love the quick interaction from Noodles. And this game is still even, Stu.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting Jukain into this, you're getting Noodle into this habit of needing to throw out hitboxes in order to get rid of the turnips. And Jukain is punishing these landings when you're landing with the button. So that little bit of extra extension, Noodle is going to take full advantage, however, and is going to slam them down and eventually put their hands together if they want to clap, because Noodle is taking us to a game 3.
I need to mute myself. That was surprising. That was beautiful from Noodle, always getting those tiny spaces. Look at that. Look at that. That last hit was going to be helping him to take down, to appreciate that and do the up smash to end that second game. Well,
I think I'd appreciate that if I didn't see it, every other day. Like I said, I told you everyone has their problem matchups. This is mine, but nonetheless, I certainly appreciate what Noodle is giving, and oh my goodness!
No!
No!
You
No!
dropped it,
Noodle,
okay.
Noodle. Come
Noodle,
on,
what
man.
happened?
Oh my gosh, Noodle turning into spaghetti when it mattered most, getting the shield break and not able to follow up fully. I mean, what is this set, Snacks? Dear God!
This is cursed. This is cursed as all heck at the moment. Both players can take it. I think they're just having fun at this point, but this is looking very, very fun for both players at the moment. Noodle, though, trying to put that shield pressure quick. 105. And again. You love to see it, Stu, right? You love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we've been looking for from Noodle all this time, but I don't know, man. I think what we're seeing here is just a little bit of a crack in the armor of Jukain, who still is giving off just a little bit of oh wait.
Ay, Dios mío, he read it though. Ay, Dios mío,
Yeah.
he almost
Yeah.
read it again. Okay, we're lucky. Jukain is lucky for one more stock. 176 on Noodle. You gotta take that stock immediately, Jukain. Oh my god. Look at that spacing from Noodle. He's just amazing with it. Right now, putting the lead on his back. 77% on Jukain. Again, I thought we were gonna see an up smash. That's beautiful. Is it gonna kill? Not yet.
And now with Jukain, okay, eventually taking that stock, but you gotta think that the key to victory is maybe killing Noodle before 170.
108. Nice grab from Jukain. Still has oxygen for one. Never mind. He had no oxygen for that second
Jeez.
stock. Yeah, that was monstrous right there.
Yeah, at that altitude, the air gets pretty thin. So we are going to see now Noodle getting to the set-deciding stock. And considering how Jukain was playing in game number 1, I'm very impressed with how well Noodle was able to adapt. And yeah, it seems like we saw that a little bit more from the end of the first game. But man, to see it manifest like this is very impressive. And you got to think that South Jersey is very happy with their resident DK going into Arcadian.
152. Jukain needs to put the game right back. He was feeling out game number 1. There we go. Okay, that nair. 178. Stu. Jukain has one more chance. He cannot leave it.
It's not a foregone conclusion. We're seeing Jukain kind of making this comeback, but you never know. No lead is safe. It's always lurking. Whenever you see DK, you know what they have in mind, and they were looking for it a little bit more there. You see those bongos coming out, man. It's it can be a little perilous. And there you go. It was always going to happen. It was always going to end that way, wasn't it? We saw it. I mean, we were even seeing it in the chat. Here it comes, and like that's what we've been seeing from Noodle this entire time. 2-1 is the final score. Jukain is going to rue that, but yeah, if you want to be fast and loose with your landings around Noodle, you're going to get the booming and the clap.
Oh, I just know that fist for Noodle is going to be hurting for a bit, just for a bit. Because, yeah, I understand Jukain's emotion right now. He almost had it. And the same interaction we've been seeing game number 2 and then game number 3. That's the problem. Noodle already having, those, that matchup memorized. It was just wonderful for him to put this game right back and take the win and continue on this Fusion Arcadian. Stu, there's not much to say. Noodle just took advantage of all this.
No, this is and again we saw that from Jukain, the game number 1, knowing okay, I got to get this KO just a little bit sooner. But the survivability of DK, the persistence of Noodle, a definite triumph of the spirit from the DK. You gotta love what you're seeing from, especially when you see a heavy just kind of maybe outpacing a character that's higher up than it may be on the tier list. Yeah, I mean, you have to know this matchup because otherwise you're going to have that happen 5 times during the set, which, lo and behold, it happened about 5 times during the set.
Well, I think we saw it coming. I think we saw it coming. Noodle was, he saw Jukain was not respecting that distance for that interaction to happen, and yeah, that was all Noodle's side. So it's gonna be game for Noodle. Continue to that next round, and yeah, that replay. Yeah, obviously I understand. We understand the emotion on Jukain's side, but whatever, we continue it. He's gonna be on the loser's side, still surviving. And right now we have on the winner semifinals, Noodle and Kamix, and level 6 is waiting against who's gonna be winning from Diamond and Zalmo. That's the match we're gonna see right now.
Exactly. Diamond and Zamu going to be our entertainment going forward. And as we're approaching this later part of the bracket, I mean, very impressive